I know I state this at the beginning of practically every single Led Zeppelin month video, but I consider Led Zeppelin to be one of the greatest rock and roll groups of all time. But even they have their clunkers. So before we get back to talking about what a spectacular band they truly are, let's just acknowledge a couple songs they have that aren't exactly the best. The first three songs of House of the Holy are honestly some of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs, but when we get to track 4, things suddenly come to a grinding halt at The Crunch, my number 5 pick. I do kind of like the song a little more now, knowing that it's actually a James Brown tribute, but I'd much rather be listening to Mother Popcorn or Superbad any day over this awkward funk jam. I mean, this song is just so uncomfortable, and I want to like it. I know that just guys are just having fun. I know when you're in a big name rock band, sometimes you just want to goof off, but still, I just can't help but feel really annoyed by it. Also, every time I think about it, I think about that cringe-inducing segment I did for it in my House of the Holy review, which almost as cringy as the actual song. I consider Jimmy Page to be one of the greatest guitarists of all time and has some of the best riffs ever underneath his belt. The Immigrant Song, Heartbreaker, Whole Lotta Love, Kashmir, Moby Dick. I mean, he's written some seriously cool riffs. Him and Black Sabbath's Tony Iommi, just riff gods. Which is why it irks me so much that he would write a riff this uncomfortable. I mean, Dancing Days from House of the Holy had a pretty clunky riff, but it was still a good song, but Royal Orleans has a clunky riff, and it's a clunky song. The only part I like about it is kind of the story, which I think is really funny. It's about, John Paul Jones picking up, a tranny hooker or something, and then when they were, chilling out in bed, he rolled over, a cigarette or something, and it almost lit the, hotel on fire, which I think is absolutely hilarious. But still, the song is just super weak. And yet again, like The Crunch, is another funky kind of track, which leads me to believe that Led Zeppelin and funk don't really mesh that well. So yeah, Royal Orleans is kind of a dud. All you Led Zeppelin fans saw this one coming. You know it. You hate it. It's Hot Dog. Yeah, I've seen Led Zeppelin do all sorts of styles. I've seen them do metal. I've seen them do blues. I've seen them do folk. I've seen them do funk. I've seen them do reggae. But never in my life would I have ever thought they would ever do honky tonk. What the hell were they thinking? I remember hearing this song for the first time and just being like, no, this isn't real. No. But no, it's a real song on a real album. God, it's so... No, don't listen to it. It's bad. It is every bit as bad as I am telling you. It's Led Zeppelin playing honky tonk. Just, that's it. Don't listen. The whole album of Presence is kind of a hit or miss to me. Either I love the song or I hate the song. And Candy Store Rock is right in the gutter of Led Zeppelin's catalog. Led Zeppelin didn't really release that many singles at all in the first place, so the mere fact that they wanted to release Candy Store Rock as a single for Presence is just mind-boggling. They have about 81 songs that are better than it, and they chose to choose that as a single. What? And yeah, I know that Robert Plant is known for saying baby a lot in his songs, and it worked for Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, but when the first 4 stanzas of your song consist solely of the word baby, you know you're in trouble. My number 1 worst Led Zeppelin song of all time is none other than Led Zeppelin 3's Hats Off to Roy Harper. Led Zeppelin 3 is actually an excellent album and has always been one of my favorites, but that's why I'm just so confused to why Led Zeppelin would want to put this track on there. I mean, it's the only Led Zeppelin album with 10 songs. It would have been perfectly fine with 9. So why do they have to add this weird, creepy, totally useless filler track as the 10th song? I mean, I don't get it. It's so weird. I don't know how anyone could find anything good about it. And the other 4 songs on this list are just kind of But no, this song is actually terrible. I don't know why they would ever release it. It's just weird. I don't like it at all. So guys, that was my list of the 5 worst Led Zeppelin songs. I only chose 5 because honestly, I couldn't think of any more Led Zeppelin songs I didn't like. They have an excellent catalog, and I'd love to talk more about the songs I do love. So until next video, bye!